Everyone. Some of you guys might know about E3. It's one of the biggest gaming conventions where the most well-known companies would show off their games and to build hype for them. Well, they used to, up until recently the organizers announced it would be cancelled. They stated that the main reason was that it didn't seem to have enough attention for the event to happen, so it would have just been a waste of time. To be honest, even though it sucks to hear that E3 won't happen again, there were a lot of signs that it was in decline. The convention was always considered to be a massive event with people excited to see what was going to be announced. However, over time, the hype for it started going down when people started getting sick of always being disappointed by it. Typically, companies would present long, unnecessary cinematic trailers, which even though looked interesting, it didn't show any gameplay and it set the expectations really high, which would backfire once the game came out and it was just awful. This kept happening over and over every year, to the point that people were actually excited to see how shit it was, instead of seeing what games were announced. People knew that whatever was going to be shown would be nothing like the final game, which is why you see so many videos on YouTube of like comparing trailer to the final game. There were also compilations of fuck-ups and cringy moments, which are actually more talked about than the actual games.
I mean, I gotta ask, as two fully trained medical professionals, how does one run a hospital in Two Point Hospital? Whoa, what's going on with the mic? What's going on with the mic?
But apart from people losing interest in it, companies started understanding that it would just be better to post the trailers on YouTube instead of spending so much money on E3 just for it to go wrong. Back in the day, E3 was really important because it was the only way to spread information about your game, since social media wasn't as big as it is now. But now every big game company has their own social media account where they can post whatever they want, so it doesn't really make sense to rush out stuff and waste so much money. In terms of the future, there will still be other gaming conventions like Gamescom, but I feel like E3 being cancelled is a sign that they're gonna start being more like digital events as opposed to actual conventions you can go to. But the problem with digital events is that indie games don't really get a chance to stand out and attract attention. For bigger companies, I feel like they're gonna focus on like smaller presentations like Sony State of Play, where they can like focus more on what they want to show and not worry about constraints. But still, it kind of sucks that the last E3 we had was a digital event in 2021 and we couldn't get like one last proper send-off. But to be honest, it was obvious it had flaws and it was only a matter of time before it ended. Even then, it's still sad to see it being cancelled. That's all I really have to say. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.